Stop. Okay. All right. I just wanted to go through adding and subtracting decimals with you today. So, as I said, this is probably something that you have done in grade 5, I hope. And I really hope that as you're doing this, you're not freaking out that it's new information, because it probably shouldn't be. Okay? So, a couple of things we need to remember when adding and subtracting decimals. One is really, I think, something you should definitely remember each time, and the second is more like a hint to get you to do that each time. What do we need to remember when adding and subtracting decimals? When we set it out, something, I won't give away too much. Bailey.
You have to be lined up.
Right, the place value has to be lined up. That's a great way to put it, okay? The best and easiest way to do that, Rafa?
Sometimes also people forget to put the decimal.
Right, okay, so you've got to make sure you put the decimal point in line. And the way I'm going to show you is going to make sure, if you do it this way, you won't forget any of those things. Yeah, Charlie?
With the adding and subtracting, you need to make sure you have the right amount of tenths, 100.
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
you have the zeros in.
Great, okay, so that was the other thing I was going to say. Fill up all the place values where applicable with zeros. So let's do some examples. Bailey, you don't need your headset on. Thank you. All right, so we're going to set it out 3.2 and 8 plus 1. Now, this is a very easy example because there is the same number of places in the place value, so they only go to tenths. There's only a 2 in the tenths and a 1 in the tenths, and there's nothing else to arrange. Okay, but the way I'd like you to get used to doing these is before you even start adding or subtracting any of these, put the decimal point into your answer in line with the others before you do anything else. Got it? Do that every time. You're not going to forget it because you would have done it first. Okay, 2 plus 1, 3. 3 plus 8? 11. That's our answer. Yep.
I would say so the next one, you make sure you don't start with 30. So you have to actually line it up.
You do have to line it up properly. Yep.
So like you do 40 and then before like the really start off that. So then one is.
I'll show you. Yeah, cool. You're on the right track. Yeah. So this second one, thanks guys. This second one is 14.34. Okay, so you just write the first one down as normal. And the second one, I would put the place value, the decimal point in straight away, and then write it on this side. Okay? And then on the other side, my place value is all lined up because my decimal points are in line. If I was to do it like this, as we often say when you're adding up, make sure you do everything to the left so that it's in line. Well, with decimal places, that's going to mean that you're adding a tens with a hundreds, and a ones with a tenth, and a tens with a hundreds. Okay, and the decimal place is all out of whack as well. So with decimal addition and subtraction, we've got to make sure that our decimal point is completely lined up. And the way I would do that is to make sure you do the decimal point first and add your numbers around it so it is completely even. Now, Charlie said before another way that you can make sure you don't muck it up, and particularly with subtraction, is if there are gaps in your number, so there's a 3 here but there's nothing above it.
Put a 0.
Yeah. I would do that every time. Particularly with subtraction where you might have to borrow and add to the next column to solve the issue, solve the problem. That's something you would need to do. Okay, so 0 plus 3?
3.
4 plus 4?
3.
Oh, I forgot.
Decimal point.
Should have put that in before I started. What are you writing?
12.
8, 9.
Wow.
Really excited about being on this video.
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to have a a go at doing this one first? And yeah, definitely. Guys, so Miss just had another hint. Noah, you're right. Yep. That with these ones you can put the large number on top because it makes it a bit easier to set it out. You do need to be careful with subtraction that you do it in the correct order though. But addition, definitely. Great idea. Okay, so have a go at doing this one, setting it out properly. Decimal points in line and in the answer first before you start. I'll check back in a sec. Okay. So, happy to go through that now? Yep. Okay. Yes? Yes, miss? Now you can see that this one has a number of decimal places after compared to this one. So we need to put the decimal place in, 3, 8, 1, and then I'm going to add the 7 there as well. Okay? Decimal place is 0. Zero's in here too. Okay? 0 plus 1. 36. 0 plus 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2 today. 1. Answer! Hands up, show of hands who got the correct answer, please. Everybody?
Yeah.
It's real